Hello and good morning. It is Wednesday, which means it's supposed to be photo shoot day. I am not holding my breath because honestly, this photo shoot has been now rescheduled 1, 2, 3 times. Not, it's just so hot. So I don't blame anybody. And I rescheduled it 1 time and she rescheduled it 2 times now. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I am having it be that it's going to happen today. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I am going to eat. It's 8:30 now. It's leg day, and actually I was having some pretty decent back pain last night. I just like bent over to get the keys out of, or get the mail out of the mailbox, and like all of a sudden like something just went weird. But it's feeling better now. So I'm gonna hit legs. It's probably gonna be one of those days where I'm like, I'm gonna take it easy because I'm not sure. And then I'm gonna end up just beasting it. But we'll see. Or maybe I get there and my body's like, hey, take it easy, and I take it easy. So as far as what I'm gonna eat, I still honestly don't know. I think I don't know. I think I might try to make some homemade cream of rice because I think I'm out of cream of rice. So I might take you on that adventure with me because I did see recipes on how to make homemade cream of rice, which is pretty interesting. Because I like using organic rice when I can because you know me. How to make cream of rice at home. Apparently you just put it in a blender. Oh, I have to soak it. Soak rice for 50, 15 minutes. All you need to do is blend up the dry rice. Boom, you have cream of rice. You can even do it with brown rice too. Now you can use regular rice, but if you're looking to cook it in the microwave, it takes much longer. Somebody asking what cream of rice is? Like, people are crazy. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna start over. Okay, so I'm not gonna bother with the cream of rice today. I don't know what to eat because I've been eating like super fibrous stuff and I don't want to eat that before my photo shoot. And I am going to eat because it's leg day and I actually don't have the option to push my workout, which I was going to initially. In an ideal situation, I would have pushed my workout from today to tomorrow and just maybe like ate a little bit more conservatively today. But we are traveling over the weekend and the following week I need to front load my workouts too because like the week after that is a cruise, so I'm like kind of adjusting where my workouts are. So I don't really have the wiggle room to move my workout this week. So I am going to just eat things, but I also want to not get bloating foods. So yesterday I had dairy, still haven't cut it. I had salad, I had beans, and these are all things I'm really enjoying, but I'm not going to eat today because I want my stomach to be as flat as possible. So I have been doing higher volume foods to keep satiety, but we're gonna wanna, excuse me, take that down a notch. So anyway, that's my update here. I'll try to keep you posted on what I'm eating. I'll take you downstairs with me and we'll figure out what I'm gonna eat. All right, so there's still a few things I need to do to get ready for this photo shoot. I did like spray tan myself, but I kind of did a crappy job and I forgot to shave my legs before I spray tan, so I need to shave and I'll probably apply another coat of spray tan. I need to do my nails. I just took my nails off yesterday. I need to paint my toenails again because they are no longer painted. I gotta figure out what the heck to eat. kind of want oatmeal, but I feel like oatmeal bloats me a little bit. Oh, do I just do rice? But rice just doesn't fill me up. Too many choices. Too many choices. I don't want to do any of them. I have some perfect pancakes in there. Maybe that might be good, but I also don't want to do something brand new. Anyway, let's see if I can figure out what the heck I want to eat. Okay, I'm not eating these oats yet. I haven't decided, but I did want to take you through my overnight oats that I have just been loving so much. So I'm going to do 60 grams of these rolled oats from 1 Degree. Oh, that's 70. 1 Degree sprouted rolled oats, glyphosate free, all the good stuff, none of the bad. And then I've got Naked PB powdered peanut butter. You can get this on Amazon. Not affiliated with either of them, but like literally the ingredients are organic roasted nuts. Like that's it. So I'm gonna put a scoop of this in here. Actually, that didn't get the whole 15 grams. There we go, boom. Then, since my macros are higher, oh my God, my stomach is like so hungry. I'm going to do 10 grams of hemp hearts. Then I saved this because I don't have a big spoon for this one. And I do 10 grams of chia seeds. Oops, gotta put my spoon away. And then I do half a serving of organic vegan plant-based protein isolates from Transparent Labs. I'm not affiliated with them either. Gains in bulk vegan protein, not my favorite. And that's one thing about me. I will always tell you what to buy and what not to buy from the companies that I support, and they haven't nailed it with their vegan flavors yet. I hope one day they can, so I can support them instead. So I will add, oh, that looks good. I will add 2 ounces of the So Delicious dairy-free. To be honest, it's got fillers that I'm not a huge fan of, but also to be honest, the milk is like $6 a pop, and my husband drinks this. I don't think he was as big of a fan of the milk as I am, so I'm just gonna, for now, get what's cheaper. I'm trying to save a little bit of money. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. And you know what I actually have been adding too, which has been really yummy, is, one second. Buttery cinnamon roll from Flavor God. Again, I think in one of my videos I talked about how I'm not really gonna weigh that because we're in improvement season. So I'm gonna mix this all together, and then I'm gonna set it in the fridge for at least 24 hours, although I did find out that, like, I've been testing the limits of what the minimum amount of time that you can put this in the fridge and have it still be good. It's about 2 hours actually, so because I have been really bad about planning ahead, I deliberately did not make one yesterday because I knew I didn't want all of this in there. Yeah, it's a really good filling meal. It's got a decent packing of protein too. Honestly, I wouldn't have even done the protein powder. I don't need the protein powder for the protein. I'm using it for the flavoring, and that's why I only use a half scoop. If I needed it for the protein, I'd use a full scoop. but it just gives it a nice chocolatey flavor. And the Transparent Labs doesn't use any artificials. So it's organic rice protein concentrate, organic pea protein isolate, organic cocoa powder, natural flavors. We know, I'm doing a ton of natural flavors these days. But closer to prep, I cut those out. Himalayan rock salt, organic stevia extract. So stevia sweetened, which, you know, jives with me for the most part, but also doesn't, it still affects me, as you know, as I've talked about with Peak Weeks. Oh, so good. Just like a little lick, and it's so good. All right, so I think I am gonna make oats. Either that or I'll make some rice and pork. Actually, I might do rice and pork. That actually sounds really good right now. I'm just gonna get a lid for this. Sorry for the boob shot. And I'll make some rice and pork. No, I won't. I want oats. I do want oats. So I'm just gonna make that. And then we're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna lift 132.2 today. I've been hovering around 132, 133 for a while. So we'll see if I can crack into the 120s before the cruise. If not, I'm not worried about it. Because I'm gonna be back in the 130s like a day into the cruise from eating inflammatory foods anyway. So that's my mindset. All right, see you guys later. All right, forgive me, my mic is upstairs. Normally, I probably would not do any artificials, but it's leg day. So it's no matter what time. I still have the Rocket Pop flavor. They launched, ooh, oh, it smells so good, but I also think I snorted it. They reformulated it and it's just like butter. Like butter, it mixes so well. Full disclaimer, so they were out of this for a while when they were reformulating it. So I got another brand's pre-workout and it like does not mix well. Like what I was doing was like mixing it in here and then I drink it down to the bottom and it would be like so concentrated. So then I would add some water to it at the gym and then I would like have like 3 or 4 glasses worth essentially. But that's a lot of liquid and I also ended up peeing a lot at the gym and I still pee a lot at the gym because I like, you know, pound 20 ounces of this on the way, which is why I would use, I don't think I have any handy, the Creanitric pills for a while for my pre-workout and I wouldn't drink anything. But now I'm all hooked on pre-workout again. So anyway, they have a sour gummy worms flavor of the No Matter What and the creatine, which I absolutely cannot wait to try. But I promised myself that I would use up, I wouldn't buy it unnecessarily, which is very, you know, I'm proud of me for doing that because I have a supplement buying problem. Anyway, I'm headed to the gym. Bye. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I just got back from the gym. Had a good workout. Took the weights down on a few things to really feel the muscles connecting and to not push it on my back. And for lunch, we've got very bland looking lunch. Usually, obviously, I would have more colorful things in there. However, trying not to bloat. So we've got rice, we've got pork. Technically, I would have probably done chicken or turkey. Oh, I did have turkey ready. I didn't have chicken ready. So it's like, I'll just use this pork because I made it last night and nobody ate it, not even me, because I ended up eating cottage cheese, which was delicious. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this now. Okay. So the photo shoot did not happen last night. She texted me while it was right before I was going to ice skating with my kid, which it was her last last ice skating lesson for the foreseeable future. She's been doing private lessons at Ariel. Can you stop licking? Hey, hey, I don't need dog licking ASMR in my YouTube. Anyway, so she did a private lesson this past Sunday in Ariel, and she really liked it. And I think she wants to pursue that a little harder than ice skating. She's just been plateauing for a couple of years. So anyway, my photographer was kind of texting me. I had texted her actually to be like, hey, it's going on, right? Because I still had to put like another layer of tan on. And of course, I was choosing my whole foods around like this photo shoot. And so she was like, yeah. And then like a little bit later, she was like, actually, I just walked by my pool and it's green. And we're actually going to use her neighbor's pool, or like the neighboring complex's pool. And she's like, let me see if that's green. And she went over there and she's like, well, it's not green, but it's cloudy. And, you know, that's just, she's gonna shoot it underwater and she can't, like her underwater camera is not the highest resolution. So we were a little worried that like with the cloudiness of the water and like overall it was just dusty. We had a dust storm on Tuesday, and it's Thursday, but it's Tuesday? Monday. A big one. Like it always makes the news when we have like haboobs. If you're not from Arizona, that's just like a big dust storm. It looks terrifying, but it's actually not that bad. But it does really mess up pools. So just we haven't even thought about it. Anyway, so no photo shoot. So this will pivot to be a video about what I'm eating traveling on the road. We are staying with my husband's aunt. She has a ranch in Sonoyta. I plan to at least have one meal out. I want to take them out to dinner for having us. I have bought some lunch meat, which we usually don't eat lunch meat in this house. It's not the best thing to have, but it's another, I forget, like normal people eat lunch meat a lot. It's highly processed, but in a pinch, it's great for hitting your protein goals a little more palatable than cans of chicken. I love cans of chicken, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. So I got some rotisserie chicken slices, some roast beef slices, some pepperoni slices because Brad is keto, so he can have those higher fat meats. Slices of cold cheddar Monterey Jack cheese. I wouldn't have gotten cheese, but Brad wanted cheese. He's keto, but he usually tries to stay dairy free, but on the weekends he messes around with dairy. And my kid loves that Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, whatever. We used to call it cheetah cheese because it's like spotted. So we're going to pack all that. I think I'm going to bring some yogurt. Obviously, I haven't stopped dairy still. The photo shoot is postponed until next Friday. So I'm really hoping that I can cut dairy by Monday. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By 4 days, I should be good and deep loaded. And then that will bring us to the weekend before the Team Flex cruise. Exciting stuff. Okay, I'm going to get to work now. So also, it's still Thursday, and just a fun little fact. Today would have been the day that I was heading out to North Americans if I was doing that show. I'm so happy I'm not. I mean, not only that, but like, not only my burnout, but Brad has had like a crazy week at work, and I would have felt so bad leaving him to take care of everything on top of like a crazy work week. So anyway, I can't say I almost forgot about it because I've been seeing stuff all week about North Americans, but that was the best decision I've made this year to pull out of that show. But I'm very excited to watch. I will have to buy the live stream. I actually just signed up for yoga at 6 a.m. And we're going to be driving that day, about 2 hours. So that'll be a good watch for 2 hours, if it loads properly. We were going to leave Friday for the road trip, but I think we're going to leave Saturday because my daughter has a late dance class, which allows me to take Saturday morning yoga, which is good because I was sad about missing my yoga class. Well, alrighty, I'm going to put last week's YouTube up. Right now is what I'm doing because I've been slacking on that. So I'll catch you when you're watching this next time. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, we are leaving for our little road trip today. I am finishing up my bowl of overnight oats. I did put an extra scoop of, not an extra scoop, I usually only do a half scoop of the vegan protein powder in there, but I did a full scoop today because I wanted to be on top of my protein for the day. I did use, with my gold card, I get $8 to Dunkin', so I got a iced cold brew large. I'm gonna honestly regret all the caffeine. I got it black. I came home and I added my coconut milk to it. I want to show you what we got going on here for road trip food. Got some cottage cheese. I'm gonna probably bring some of the food. I'm gonna make a meal for the car. Then we've got lunch meat, pepperoni, roast beef, cheese, bread. I might bring the yogurt. I might bring one yogurt. I might not. I might bring some protein powder. I've got croissants for the kids. I only have one. I've got my pills. She loves these rice cakes. I've got my own rice cakes. And then, can't go wrong with canned chicken. 80 grams of protein in here, it says. So we'll throw one of those for only staying through, excuse me, through Monday. Got my hot yoga on. And yeah, we're just gonna pack up and go. Okay, so Aunt Janet probably has access to a lot of good quality beef, which is going to be higher in fats. So I did pack some meals. I packed 6 ounces of chicken and broccoli here, 6 ounces of ground chicken, 99% here, with some spaghetti squash, and yeah, the cottage cheese. Brad's on sandwich duty. Hi, Brad.
So,
And then we've got everything else that we're getting packed. So my idea is, I'm going to have tons of protein to eat if I need it. Tons of protein to take home if I don't need it. Leaving carbs and fats for some fun if we want some. I know there's an ice cream place. I know we want to take them out to dinner. Just trying to set myself up for success as much as possible. Hello. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. We have gone out over the weekend. So I was just going to go over everything because I know I shared a little bit of what we're bringing, and I kind of wanted to go over how the weekend shook out, to kind of give you a guide on how we can navigate these times going out, traveling, I should say. So we met on Saturday, I talked about everything I was packing. I went to yoga, had my bowl of overnight oats. Ooh, I gotta make my overnight oats for tomorrow. And then I didn't eat anything, I don't think, until I got to my aunt's. I'll just call her my aunt for all intents and purposes. It's Brad's aunt, but it's our aunt. So we got to our aunt's house. It's about like a 2-hour drive. And by that time, it was about noon. I also had my coffee before we left. So got there at noon. We were going to go to a rodeo, and I kind of talked to Brad. I'm like, look, I want to spend money on food at this rodeo. It's just going to be like, vendors. I just don't want to do that. So we held tight. Nora actually, so I'll talk about what I ate. I ate chicken and broccoli, 6 ounces of chicken and the broccoli that I packed, a little bit of olive oil on top. And that had me with a good amount of carbs, good amount of protein, some veg and some fiber. Fiber is so hard to get while you're traveling, but this trip was good, and I'll tell you why. So did that for lunch, and then we did my girl got an ice cream cone with her great aunt. I don't know who. Brad's aunt bought her an ice cream cone. I had a lick of it. Brad ate the rest of Nora's cone because she just doesn't finish anything. Sometimes she finishes her ice cream, sometimes she doesn't. I didn't get anything because, again, I didn't want to waste any macros. My aunt, his aunt, lives in an area where there's lots of really great beef. So like every time we go there, it's like ground beef a lot is what she serves, which is totally fine with me because I love ground beef. But I have no idea what the percentage of fat is on it. I don't think she knows. It was just, they process it, they get it, they got their own cow. So I was just like, I'm finally, the last time I visited, I was deep in prep. So I had to like eat my own food for everything. And I don't know, I just felt weird. I feel like when I go some places, I don't feel weird about eating my own food, but like, I don't know, either, because I don't eat exorbitantly unhealthy. But anyway, so for dinner that night, she made a chili, which was like really delicious, had beans, so I got some more fiber, got some good, complex carbs there, and some protein. I think I had a handful of these like chocolate covered almonds and cherries. And that was what I ate for the day. Oh, no, I'm lying. Before we had dinner, we were pretty hungry after the rodeo. So we had brought that lunch meat. I had like 2 slices of lunch meat with some slice of cheese rolled up, ate that, and I ate an apple. So fiber, good for the day. Everything's firing fine. So that was Saturday. Sunday, my Aunt Janet, she made French bread, French toast, which I'm like, shit, that's just like straight up carbs. So what I did, I was so happy I brought some cottage cheese because I brought my cottage cheese to breakfast, and I ate half of my cottage cheese, which was 300 grams total. So I had 150 grams cottage cheese with the French toast with a little bit of real maple syrup and some butter on it. Oh, and the dinner last night had salad, and I put a little splash of olive oil vinegar mix, and then she had a loaf of sourdough bread. So I also had a piece of bread with some butter on it. So should be pretty close to macros overall. Then of course breakfast was just French toast and my cottage cheese. This day we are heading to Bisbee. So I planned on having a meal out there. When we got there, it was about 11-ish. We walked around for a bit. Then we decided to do lunch. This place in Bisbee, it's called the Bisbee Table. Like one of those places where the salad is like, I think it was like $18 for the salad. And then to add chicken, it was like another $9. So I had the choice to pay $20. I don't know what the exact prices were. It was actually like, I think it was going to be $26 for a salad with chicken on it. And of course, it had like goat cheese and candy pecans and stuff, and it sounded really good. I was like, mother effer, like $26 for a salad. Like, I could not do that in my frugal heart. So I was like, what other protein heavy things is on the menu? And so I was looking, and they had a meatloaf. I was like, damn, I haven't had a meatloaf in so long. And it came with fresh roasted veggies and mashed potatoes. So I'm like, okay. There was red wine reduction on top and fried onions on top. I gave a fried onion spread. I'll put a little video of it here. So I get fried onion spread, and then the red wine reduction was really good. In my head, I was like, this is gluten-free-ish. They probably have gluten in the red wine reduction. I'm not like outwardly eating like whatever. And it was like a good amount. It was like basically like 2 burgers worth of like a meatloaf, which is pretty good. And then I ate a little bit of my kids' leftover noodles. We walked around some more. We got a coffee after. I had a coconut cream cold foam. Oh no, coconut cold foam, which I'm like, I want to try that. So I got that. And like when I was drinking, I was like, ooh, there's definitely carbs in this. So I was like, okay, I don't know what that was. And we walked around some more. We did a lot of walking that day, a lot of incline walking. Bisbee's very sloped town, a little mine town. If you haven't heard of Bisbee, Arizona, check it out. So then after hours of walking, we just had to kill some time before we did a mine tour and this tour was at like 3:30, and we had to be there at 3. It's like 1 o'clock. We've just like maybe 1:30, and we've done all the shops, and we did the museum, and I knew there was like ice cream up there, so we walked up the hill, got like a scoop of ice cream each, and then we brought some ranch rice cakes because my daughter loves them. They're supposed to be a road trip food, then it just ended up being a Bisbee food. So that was at Bisbee. We had some rice cake snacks. And then that was all of our Bisbee eating activity. We came home. Brad's aunt made us burgers. I had mine without the patty. And then she made baked beans, which I don't think I've ever had like baked beans in my life, but more fiber, I was all for it, and they were delicious. I have no idea what the macros are on baked beans because I just don't eat them. But I know that I didn't have that many carbs because I didn't really have a lot of snacks in between. And I think she had salad that day too. I don't know. Either way, next day was Monday morning. Thought Monday morning would be the end of my intuitive eating weekend, but it wasn't. So Monday, she has a farm with a few animals, not too many, but she has chickens, and the chickens were producing this weekend. So we had farm fresh eggs, which were delicious. So I had 2 farm fresh eggs. She had some fat-free yogurt with blueberries on it. So like, yum. So I ate that for breakfast. And then we were on the road by like 11-ish. I think I ate an apple that day. And then we got home and we were going to go to the gym. So I didn't have my overnight oats waiting for me because I didn't think about it, because I never do. So I ate one of the meals that I packed that I didn't end up eating while I was in Sonoyta, and that was 6 ounces of 99% ground turkey with 200 grams of spaghetti squash with a little bit of olive oil and salt, of course. That was my pre-workout meal. I had we had been invited to my friend's house for Liberty, and I was like, I have to get a workout in. Like, I can't push a workout because I'm pushing some of my workouts from next week into this weekend for the cruise. So I was like, hey, I can't make it. We're going to be at Brad's aunt's house, but I didn't think about the fact that we were heading over early. So our neighbors, who are also friends with these friends of ours, they were like, hey, is it okay if we take Nora with us to the Labor Day party, and then we can either take her home if you're not going, or you can meet us there. And I was like, I had work to do, but luckily I had a 2-hour car ride to get said work done, and I did get it done. But like mentally, I was so ready to be done with the intuitive eating, and I just wanted to get back to my normal foods. But Brad's like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And so I had made some overnight oats for after the gym. I thought we were going to come home and I'd eat my overnight oats and we'd go to this party. But Brad was like, he was leaving the house for the gym and I saw I had an extra shirt. And I'm like, wait, are we heading straight to the party from the gym? And he's like, yeah, I figured, because it's a 15-minute drive to the gym in that direction. I don't want to burn a half hour. And I was like, well, okay, let me get my overnight oats. And so I got my overnight oats. I mixed them with the Equilife protein powder instead of Brad's Transparent Lab protein powder, and I was not a fan. So I went back to the Transparent Labs today. But anyway, so I ate that on the way to the party. So I was hoping, it'd be a nice carby meal, hit my muscles that got blasted yesterday with like a epic leg day. And then, just have me not coming to this party absolutely starving. So that's what I did. And I stopped at the store after the gym because it's right next to the gym, picked up some cornbread and some Rice Krispie treats so I didn't come to the party empty-handed. She said that they were having deer chili. So I was like, okay, chili again. Like, I'm not actually a chili eater per se. Like, I don't know that I've ever, one, made a chili from scratch, and two, like, my daughter went through a chili phase where I was just doing the canned stuff, but like, I've never chili has just not been in my rotation, and I had it like twice this weekend. So anyway, get to the party, get myself a bowl, and we got to the party about like 3 or 4 o'clock. And so I got myself a bowl of deer chili, got myself a couple tiny pieces. I made the cornbread really tiny because I honestly did not know how many people were at this party. They were all outside. And it was not a big thing of cornbread. I wish I could have made it. Like, I hate buying store-bought goods because I don't want to usually waste my macros on it because it's not as good as homemade, but I didn't really have any choice in this situation. So anyway, had the chili, a couple pieces of cornbread, and then they had cookies at the party. And so I had one of each of the cookies and a couple Rice Krispie treats. And then I was done eating for the night. Like, that was at 5 o'clock, and I was done. And so today was like the moment of truth, stepping on the scale. How did I do? And so before I tell you how I did, I have to tell you about the Friday night before we left for all this. I kind of took Friday night as my refeed. It was leg day, all the good stuff. And I got my cookie order from a fellow competitor who was selling cookies to help pay for expenses for her national journey. So we got 4 cookies that came on, was it Friday or was it Thursday night? I think it was Thursday night. But anyway, so we had split those cookies. I cut them up into 4s. There was 4 of us there that day. It was me, Brad, and my girl and her friend. So I was like, perfect. We each get like a full cookie's worth. But then my girl and her friend didn't end up eating the cookies. So Brad and I ate them. So we each had like 2 full cookies like that. So after that, I was spiked to 2 pounds heavier than what I was the day before. Maybe even 3 pounds. But coming back from that trip, I was only up the 2 pounds. So I basically stayed flat from what I went into the weekend as. So I consider that a success. I'm not letting the scale get to me because this is my life season right now. So we're here to grow, and grow and we shall. And I need to put on some eyelashes. I ripped them off this morning because it's Tuesday, and 1 week from today I will be in New York City. I won't be boarding the ship 1 week from today. I'll be boarding the ship 1 week from tomorrow. But I want to have so if I put lashes on today or even tomorrow, They should be ready to come off by this time next week. And then I'll be able to do a fresh one so that they'll stay all cruise. It's almost here. It's almost here, guys. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Just want to give you a recap of what happened over the weekend. So hopefully it helps you in your navigation of traveling. Let me know in the comments whether you want a day-by-day breakdown of the Team Flex cruise, or would you rather it be like one giant long video? I'm thinking day by day, but let me know what works best for you, and I will see you on the next one.